Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I always start out these videos with saying that I'm sorry for my daughter. She makes a lot of noise, but that's not all I'm apologizing for this time. I'm also apologizing for the echoiness. If you guys follow my vlogging channel, I mean not my vlogging channel. If you guys follow our daily vlogs, then you know that we just recently purchased a house. The house is not fully 100% furnished and has rugs in it. It's all tile, so it does echo, so I want to apologize for that. And of course, also for my daughter, because she's in her walker right now, so she is wheeling throughout the house. So she will be making a lot of noise. Thank you guys for coming back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hi, sweetie. We'll be getting a lot of interruptions from my beautiful girl. Yeah. Currently, I am 9 weeks pregnant. If I calculated correctly, then tomorrow will be 10 weeks for me. I'm a little bit behind in filming these, but what I'm gonna do is film like a 5 to 8 week pregnancy update, and then I will be filming next week a 9 to 10 week update, because what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I'm fully done with the week before I tell you how I was feeling during that week. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to talk to you guys when I'm only 8 weeks, so many days, but I'm doing a 9 week update. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to finish the whole week to fully get a feel of how I'm feeling that week. Anyways, I'm just ranting. You guys get what I'm saying. So this is going to be like a 5 to 8 week update, or like a 6 to 8 week update, and then I'll do a 9 to 10 week. Anyways, I took some notes, so if you see me looking down, looking at my phone, because I wrote down things that I wanted to tell you guys about. For the 8th week, baby is the size of a raspberry, which is pretty exciting. He or she is getting a little large, but I think next week, baby will be considered a fetus and not just an embryo anymore, which is also exciting. You see the camera shaking? That would be my daughter bumping into the table with her walker. She's cute though. Anyways, I have been to the doctor. No, I haven't been to get an ultrasound yet. I have been to the doctor. If you, like I said, I feel like I keep referring to the vlogs, but if you guys watch the vlogs, then you know my husband is military, which means that I'm choosing to give birth at a military base at a military hospital. So with that being said, military hospitals do things a little bit differently than, say, a regular hospital would. So with this hospital here, I had to go to an orientation, and then I get my first appointment like a week later. So today I had my orientation, which, guys, oh my gosh, was such a mess. My orientation started at 9:30 and it didn't end until after 11 o'clock. And Emmalynn, at the end, she was absolutely crazy because she was exhausted. It was her nap time. She was not happy. But my husband works this week. He works 9 to 6, but I'm super lucky because he was able to be with me today. And I don't know what I would have done without him being there, because I could not handle Emmalynn by myself today. But I was so thankful to have my husband with me, because I had so much paperwork to fill out. I mean, I've never filled out paperwork like this in my entire life. It was absolutely ridiculous. And I would not have been able to hold Emmalynn, fill out this paperwork, listen to the speakers. It would have just been such a madhouse. So I am beyond grateful that my husband was able to be with me, and that, you know, his boss or his superiors let him be with me during that time, because 9:30, that's so long, 9:30 to after 11 for an 11-month-old to be in one spot. Anyways, so as I was saying, I had my orientation and it was long. I filled out a bunch of paperwork that was unnecessary. And I also had my blood work drawn and I did the whole peanut cup thing. So my next official doctor's appointment will be May 16th, and I'll be able to update you guys on that in the next pregnancy update, so look out for that. The next thing I wanted to talk about was weight gain. I don't like to get on the scale. I don't think the scale is a good representation of how somebody feels, because I can feel that I look really great and then I get on the scale and it says a higher number than I like, and then you automatically feel bad about yourself. And that's not something I like to project onto myself. I like to say, you know what, I've been working out, I've been eating right, I feel good. I don't need a scale to tell me otherwise. So I probably will only be weighing myself when it comes to doctor's appointments, but for the purpose of this video, I did step on the scale. I've only gained 1 pound, and technically tomorrow I'll be 10 weeks pregnant. So if you guys have been watching the vlogs, then you know that I gained 60 pounds when pregnant with my daughter. That is not something that I want to happen this time around. Not just for myself, but I want to be healthier for baby. I mean, Emmalynn was born healthy. I was 41 weeks pregnant. I mean, I couldn't have had a better birth. However, health is super important, and I know that, and I just want to make sure I'm getting the nutrients I need for me to not gain as much weight and for our newborn baby. So anyways, the point was that I've only put on 1 pound, which is good, because by this point last time I probably put on like 10. I have been bloated lately. I've been bloated since birth, pregnancy break. I've been bloated since I found out I was pregnant, and that's one of the symptoms I sort of kind of knew that I was pregnant, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never this bloated. Like, I'm just not. So that was one of the signs for me. I'm still bloated currently. I will show you guys a belly shot at the end. I am wearing my maternity jeans that I had last pregnancy, but yeah, so anyways, bloated. I really haven't had much morning sickness. Now, with my pregnancy with Emmalynn, I never like vomited or anything like that, but I would feel nausea like all day long. Like, I would have it in waves, you know, like I'd feel fine, and then all of a sudden I'd be sick and need to lie down, or, you know, something like that. With this pregnancy, I sort of felt sick like early in the beginning, like the early weeks, and maybe like the 6th week. And now I feel great. At the end of the day, I'm exhausted, but during the day I have energy. I work out every day. I, you know, take care of my daughter. I do everything around the house that I need to get done, and I don't feel extreme exhaustion or anything like that like I did with my first pregnancy. So this pregnancy is already starting off completely different than the first, and I have been having a lot of headaches, but I did have that with my first pregnancy as well. So I've sort of come to expect that I would have that, because I had that before. I don't generally like to complain about those things, because I know women have had it so much worse than me. I know women who have vomited all day, or who just feel like garbage all day, and that's not my case. So having some headaches, I would take headaches any day of the week over extreme morning sickness, or all day sickness they should call it, and things like that. Moving on, next change that I've noticed is my boobs. I generally have small boobs. They're normally not very big, and during pregnancy they obviously get quite large. So my boobs have been full. They don't hurt, but they've been feeling full. You know, like I feel like they're like weighing down on me, and that's another big change, because in my first pregnancy my boobs were so sore. I mean, so sore. It hurt to put on a shirt. But now I don't have that. I just sort of have the fullness. As far as cravings are concerned, I don't have any crazy cravings. The only two things that I want sort of on a daily basis, which is whole milk, which I actually, oddly enough, craved my first pregnancy. All I wanted was whole milk with everything, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'm craving meat really bad, more specifically red meat. And I can't even tell you what I would do for like a juicy burger right now. But Josue, my husband, and I have made sort of a pact that we will have one cheat meal per week, and my cheat meal was yesterday, which was pizza, which did satisfy that craving, but today it's burgers, but I'll get through it. With my last pregnancy, I never worked out. I maybe worked out a handful of times through the whole entire pregnancy, which is odd for me because I'm normally such an active person. I've always had like muscle, and I did a fitness show, and I've just always been like lean. And for me not to work out and just put on that much weight was so unlike me, but my mindset was, you know what, this is the one time in my life I can eat whatever I want, and it's not weird. You know, I'm pregnant. Pregnant girls eat whatever they want. And I was like, and the weight will just come off like this. And that's not what happened. I put on the 60 pounds and I lost like 50 of it. I still had a little bit more to go, but I was almost there when I got pregnant this time around. And this time around, I'm working out every single day. Nothing too strenuous, but I do get a good workout in, and I'm hoping that I can continuously drop body fat while pregnant and maintain muscle, unlike me just completely not taking care of myself the first time around. The next thing that's extremely different this pregnancy is my skin. My skin during my first pregnancy was awful. I mean, I had little bumps all over my face. I had bad acne on my back. I mean, probably not bad, but bad for me because I don't ever break out on my back. And it was just terrible. And it pretty much lasted my whole entire pregnancy with the bumps all over my face. And it was just sucky because there was like nothing I could do to help that. You know, I had my skincare regimen and stuff, but that was just the way my skin was during pregnancy. So this time around, I hardly ever break out. Maybe once in a while I will. Just that's normal for me to break out once in a while. So I have maybe a breakout here and there, but my issue this time is dry skin. My skin just needs moisture, and I'm looking into getting like a jojoba oil or like something like that, you know, like Josue oils or something like that to put on my face at night or underneath my makeup, because my skin needs it. I mean, it just needs to quench its thirst, kind of a thing. And whatever I'm using now isn't doing it. I mean, I use a thick nighttime moisturizer. I've used cocoa butter, like the thick cocoa butter on my face, and it just doesn't get rid of like the dryness. So something's gotta change. If you guys have any recommendations for extremely dry skin during pregnancy, comment below and let me know, because your girl's struggling. And that's pretty much it for this pregnancy update. I will show you guys my belly shot now. Okay guys, this is my belly as of right now, almost at 10 weeks. I still have like a teeny bit of like definition up here, not so much here. And I've also heard that during your second pregnancy, you show a lot quicker than your first. And then here's the side. A little bump. But it's not big, but it's definitely more than what it was my first pregnancy. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next pregnancy update. Bye.